What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. If you haven't been able to tell yet by the title, on today's bike we are going to be working on another pocket bike, and that pocket bike is going to be a 5150 Kicker Havoc. Now this is a US racing bike. I picked it up about 3 weeks ago. Haven't even done anything to it yet. Just put some air in the tires and they're holding up pretty well. So let's take a look at the bike we got. So like I said, guys, this is going to be our 5150 Kicker Havoc. I've not yet started or even determined on what kind of color I really want to do on this bike. Initially, I didn't want to paint it because it looked okay. However, there is a lot of scratches and a lot of imperfections that I don't like. So one thing I'm definitely thinking about on this bike is going to be a yellow bike, because these bikes come in different colors when they initially made them from the factory back in 2008, 2007. So these bikes came in red, yellow, black, and blue, maybe silver. So I am thinking about a yellow colored frame and a yellow colored body with a black frame. I'm thinking it would look really nice on this bike. It's got some very good exposures of the frame that will make the bike pop very well. For sure, I'm not 100% sure. We're still about to start taking this bike apart. A lot of the times when I'm restoring a bike, as weird as it may sound, each bike tells its own story. Sometimes I feel like the bike wants to be red, maybe it wants to be blue, maybe it wants to be black. I don't know until I'm actually there disassembling the bike, taking it apart, seeing what I'm finding, all the imperfections there is currently in the bike. So today we're going to be working on this bike. We're going to take all the body panels off so that we can get in to see the engine, because I haven't even gone in there. It's just very dirty. I'm going to take it apart, see if we can get inside the engine to see what we're going to need right off the bat. Once again, not even looking into the bike, I already know for a fact I'm going to need fuel lines, a fuel filter, and a brand new carburetor. We just need to find out which one it is that we need. We also have to clean our gas tank like we always do. It doesn't look like there's any rust. There may be some nice surface rust up in the chrome pieces. That should be very easy to clean. The rims look good. The tubes are good. The pegs are good. So let's take this bike apart and see what we can find out. took this bike apart. The body panels were very easy to take off. It only had like 6 bolts holding it down. It looks like we may be missing 2 bolts. So we're definitely gonna have to go to our local hardware store to kind of look for bolts that are kind of hex like this. And if we can't find some, then we're most likely gonna have to change the bolt pattern on the whole bike, because I really don't like putting mismatched bolts on there. It kind of looks sloppy to me. So definitely gonna have to be going and purchasing some bolts. From the looks of it, this engine, I believe it comes featured with 2 different types of motors, either the 2-cycle 43cc or the 2-cycle 47cc. I'm not too sure which one this may be. It's very tiny. It almost looks like maybe a leaf blower motor. Haven't really taken it apart yet. We're about to find out where we are at. I know for a fact on this bike we're missing the brake caliper. We do not have a brake caliper for this bike, so we're definitely gonna have to find out some details in regards to the brake caliper. And I do know for a fact that this bike is no longer made. It was completely discontinued when Kicker went out of business in 2010. So let's start taking this bike apart. Let's figure it out. I kind of almost looks like there's something broken at the bottom of the gas tank, and they try to maybe patch it up with toothpaste. And that is absolutely no lie. Take a look at that. That is absolutely disgusting right there. It looks maybe like some JB Weld, and it doesn't look like they made it very well. I'm hoping there's a rubber seal at the bottom of that we could just simply remove and put on a nice, fresh, brand new seal on there. That way we can get that gas tank back. Doesn't look like it's cracked. However, it does look like they did some janky stuff on the bottom of that tank. So let's take off this tank and let's try and take off these fenders, because it looks like these fenders don't have any way to take them off. They look like they're actually riveted onto the actual frame. If you take a look right there, it looks like they're rivets holding onto that frame. So if that's the case, we're gonna have to drill those rivets out, because we're definitely taking these body panels off. There's no way I'm not taking these body panels off. So let's keep going with that. One neat thing I actually figured out on this bike is the throttle. This is the first bike I've ever had with an actual brake assembly throttle. And what I mean by that is this is not our throttle, as you could tell. This is our throttle. So I thought that was really neat. I've never seen a bike that's had it that way. Not even on the Italian Blata 2.5. And yes, I do have one of those, and I will be featuring it. However, it is already been restored. I will post pictures in our next video when we do a comparison of these 2 bikes, and I will put pictures of our before bike and of our current bike. That way you guys can take a look at what that looked like and what that looks like now. So guys, I already got all of the bike taken apart. I took the front forks off. I pretty much left the bare frame by itself, pulled the engine out of it. I have the little motor over here. Like I said, I think it's a 43 or 47cc engine on there. I do have all the body panels off. It was a little difficult taking the rivets off, but I was able to manage. And for our fuel tank, I did end up taking all of the glue, JB Weld, off, and there was a plug at the end. It looks like they just glued it. It must have been leaking, so I had to buy a new one of these. Either way, they come brand new in our kits. So as you could tell, it's getting pretty late on me right now. My camera is a little foggy there. It's getting a little late on me, so I'm just gonna end up closing off this video for today. I'm gonna start cleaning all these parts up, get them all washed up, buy some primer tomorrow at a store, see if I have maybe some yellow paint. If I don't, buy some yellow paint. I'm gonna finish cleaning the gas tank. I'm gonna finish cleaning the body panels and get them all sanded and prepped for paint so that we can start painting. I'm pretty sure we're gonna go with our original scheme, so that's gonna be a black frame with a yellow body. I think it's gonna look super, super dope. So make sure you stay tuned for part 2 to this video.